Hello, and thank you for joining me again. This week I'm going to bring you my oldest guitar I own. I've had it for 31 years, but when I first started playing guitar I had two guitars. I had an acoustic, which was an old Japanese Ibanez acoustic that I no longer have, and I had a Japanese made CSL guitar, which was basically a 3 pickup Les Paul custom with gold hardware, and I wish I still had, but I had to get rid of it in part exchange for my first Les Paul. So you do what you have to, don't you? But this guitar, as I said, I've had since 1991, and since I've had it, it's changed a lot. But it is an Ibanez RG550. The only parts on this guitar that are original are the body, the scratch plate, the neck plate, and the machine heads. Everything else has been replaced. It's had a new neck because I had a few drinks at a gig we were playing at once. I knocked it over and I split the back of the headstock because it used to have a maple fretboard fingerboard, maple fretboard neck on it, and it just split the back of the headstock. I went with one of my friends to have some work done on his guitar, and we went to pick it up, and I got chatting to the luthier there, and I said, no, I'm after an RG550 neck, and he had one there. He had it hanging on the wall, so we agreed a price, and I bought it off him and he fitted it for me, and that was about, I don't know, 15 years or more ago, quite a while ago. And these inlays, they're just stickers. And I replaced the pickups in this back in the sort of early mid-90s, and I had the humbuckers were Damasio, and I had a dual sound in the bridge and a PAF Pro in the neck. They're good pickups, and I've still got them, but I wanted something that stood out. So this is a Tone Zone, and this is an Air Norton. So they're Damasio pickups as well. And the middle pickup is a Damasio Evolution pickup, Steve Vai pickup. So, and I went for the pink because I wanted it to stand out. And obviously the knobs have been replaced. They were black. These are bright green, obviously, and the switch tip has been replaced. The jack socket's been replaced. The switch has been replaced, and I've got two little switches just here that split between series and parallel. The trem, Crimson fitted this for me, and I only picked it up last Thursday. It is a Schala, what's it called, Lockmeister trem, and it is much better than the Ibanez trems. I really don't like them. I do not like the Ibanez trems. I can't stand the way that the arm just droops down. Even when you fit the new bushings on it, they just droop down. These bushings don't seem to last 2 minutes, and it just really annoyed me. I never got on with it. And the nut as well, because this is all Schala. The truss rod cover was made for me by a friend of mine who's got his own paint spraying business. His name's Nigel Biffin, and he made this out of a bit of an old Honda motorbike. And I'll show you on my other Ibanez as well. He's done the same for that. So, but yeah, it's polished chrome, so it looks really striking. But yeah, this is a guitar in constant progress. And I think now it's the guitar it always should have been. It's just much better. It just sounded dead. The guitar just sounded dead. And it was to do with the trem. It just, I don't know, it just didn't sing and the notes didn't sustain, but now it's much better. And it's just a fantastic guitar. As I said, I've had it for so long. And this guitar is called the Shark. I've only got two guitars with names, and this is one of them. My SG is called the Runt, but this one's called the Shark for obvious reasons. But yeah, it's a staggering guitar. It's just lovely. And I preferred the rosewood neck anyway, but I wish I'd kept the old maple neck. But, you know, needs must. But yeah, it's a great guitar. It sounds phenomenal. With the series parallel switching, it gives it a really sort of cocked-wah, honky sound. When you roll the tone right off and put it in the in-between positions, it sounds great. But yeah, so I'll give you I'm on the clean, and I'll give you the neck pickup in parallel. Let's give it a bit more volume. Also, the pots have been changed. These CTS pots from Bare Knuckle, and they're 300 ohm pots, because the guitar sounded really bright, and I didn't like the way it sounded like a really bright Strat. So I had them changed for the lower ohm, so it gives it a darker sound. But now with this trem, it just sounds much better. As you hear, it just rings out. And I'll go into full humbucker. But yeah, it's a staggering sounding guitar. It sounds much better now. If I go in position 4, and I'll put it in parallel again. Now I'll put it in full humbucking. Now I'll go in the middle position, so it's a single coil. I'll go in position 2, and I'll put it in parallel, so it's middle pickup and the bridge pickup in parallel. So already got that slightly honk. If I roll the tone off, tone back up. Now I'll put it in full humbucking mode with the middle as well. If I roll the tone off. Now bring the tone back up and put it in bridge pickup in parallel. If I roll the tone off. Roll the tone up. And then in full humbucking. I'll go to the crunch channel. Again, I'm using my Mesa Boogie Mark II 100 watt, and I'm in on half a watt. Neck humbucker. 2, parallel. If I roll the tone off. Bring the tone back up. Bridge humbucker in parallel. Full humbucker. Now go to the crunch. On my Japanese guitars, all of my Japanese guitars, I've got these DiMarzio, these lock into the strap. So all of my Japanese guitars have it, and they're the only guitars that don't have the strap locks, which are the Charlotte strap locks. These have these where you put the strap around and it clicks into place. But yeah, it's something I just like on these. They just seem to suit the Japanese guitars. Position 4. Middle position. Position 2, turn it into parallel and roll the tone off. I just really like that sound. But yeah, for a bridge humbucker, full humbucker. that's this guitar. It's just such a better guitar than what it's ever been before. The neck's very thin on it, and I don't usually go for thin neck guitars, but it's what I got used to over years of playing this, because this was my main guitar for many years. And I've used it live with many different bands, and it is a phenomenal guitar, and it sounds amazing. Now this bridge has made it a million times better than that dreadful Ibanez bridge. But yeah, I hope you like this, and I hope you consider liking and subscribing. So thank you very much, and I shall see you again next week when I bring you another Ibanez. Thank you.